Hey everyone, and welcome. The movie we're going to be talking about today is Wonder Woman 1984. Fun fact, Etta Candy, who was played by Lucy Davis in the original Wonder Woman, can be seen in a photo on Diana's desk. This movie came out in 2020 and stars Gal Gadot, Pedro Pascal, and Kristen Wiig, and was directed by Patty Jenkins. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Wonder Woman 1984 tells the story of Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, who is an antiquities curator. One day, while fighting crime as Wonder Woman, she stops some crooks stealing some antiques, and later on, those antiques end up at her place of work being studied by Barbara Minerva. One of these objects is a stone that will grant any person's wish, but with that wish comes devastating side effects. Diana wishes to have her lover back, Steve Trevor. Barbara wishes that she could be just like Diana, unbeknownst to her that Diana is Wonder Woman. In comes the evil Max Lord, who wishes that he can become the stone so he can become the most powerful person in the world. He starts granting everyone's wishes and chaos ensues. Wonder Woman must now convince everyone to renounce their wishes to bring back order. While she is trying to stop Maxwell Lord, she creates a new villain as well, with Barbara, who does not want to renounce her wish and instead wants to become an apex predator by the name of Cheetah. Now, Wonder Woman must stop not only one villain, but two villains to bring safety back into the world. I think this is a great cast. You have Gal Gadot, who has been in films like Fast and Furious and Ralph Breaks the Internet. Chris Pine was in Star Trek and The Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. Kristen Wiig has been in Bridesmaid and on Saturday Night Live. Pedro Pascal has been in Game of Thrones and The Mandalorian. Robin Wright, who was in Forrest Gump and House of Cards. Connie Nielsen, who was in Gladiator. And Patty Jenkins directed a film you may have heard of called Monster. I love the 80s theme of this movie. It's just such an interesting time to revisit with all the outfits and then seeing the mall with all these stores that are no longer available for us to shop in. I thought the costume department did a great job with these 80s themed costumes. I enjoyed seeing the return of Chris Pine as Steve Trevor in this film. The scene with him trying on all the different clothes to me was just really funny, and I thought that him and Gal Gadot had really good chemistry. I was very impressed by Pedro Pascal and Kristen Wiig. Pedro Pascal plays the main villain in this movie, and he embodies Maxwell Lord and all of his greediness. I think Pedro Pascal was the perfect person for this role of this con artist. Kristen Wiig plays Barbara Minerva, aka Cheetah. I usually see Kristen Wiig in more comedy films, and I love when actors step out of their normal roles into something new, and so I was really excited to see Kristen Wiig as Cheetah. I really underestimated her, but I think that she did a phenomenal job in this movie. I hope we can see Cheetah return in future Wonder Woman movies or even something in the DC extended universe so we can see Wonder Woman and Cheetah fight again. Cheetah is such a big part of Wonder Woman's story, so I was really happy to finally see her in a live action film. Speaking of Cheetah, I was a little disappointed that she was sidelined and was not the main villain. I've always seen Cheetah as like Wonder Woman's main villain. You know, like Batman has the Joker, Superman has Lex Luthor, and Wonder Woman has Cheetah. I would have loved for the big Cheetah reveal and the last fight with her and Wonder Woman to be a little bit brighter. While I did enjoy the fight, it was really hard to see. Like, I completely understand that this was supposed to be at night and it was supposed to be dark, but I think they should have lightened it up at least so we can be able to see Cheetah in like all of her glory, but also be able to see this fight without like searching in the dark, like, oh my god, where are they? There were a lot of callbacks to either the Wonder Woman TV show or the Wonder Woman comics that I love to see in this movie. Some of Diana's outfits resembled some of the outfits that Linda Carter wore when she was Wonder Woman. Also, she throws her tiara more in this movie, which is something that was popularized by Linda Carter's Wonder Woman as well. We also get to see the invisible jet, which was popularized when Wonder Woman was first introduced. But we also get to see her flying in the movie, which is something that was introduced more recently in the comics. And obviously, we got to see Cheetah. But I also thought that they did a great job of showing Cheetah, like how she is shown in the comic books, but also in the TV shows. I love all these little Easter eggs in this movie. But if you didn't watch like the Justice League animated show or the Linda Carter show or read any of the comics, you may have missed some of these things in the movie. I personally felt in this movie we saw a lot of like Diana, but I would have loved to see more Wonder Woman. After Diana and Steve find out that Max Lord did something to the stone, they find a piece of it left over, and on that piece is something written in the language of the gods. I thought that this was confusing because I was trying to figure out what was the importance of this scene, because I thought that maybe they were going to show another god in this film like they did in the first film, or at least tell us what god it was and what was the reasoning behind this stone. But I felt like, they went into like why the Mayans had the stone, but I thought it could have used more explanation on like the reason why that scene really emphasized the language of the gods as if we were going to see another god. I love how this film showed her being more selfless when she renounced her wish. I think this film did a good job of showing that greed is just no good for anyone. I didn't really like how Steve had to tell her that she had to renounce her wish. In the first film, I felt like they really built upon this idea that Wonder Woman was going to help man and help the problems of the world no matter what. And she wouldn't let anybody step in her way of helping other people. And so I felt like that was completely diminished when she let Steve tell her, hey, you need to renounce your wish. And she's really like broken up about it. And I feel like from the first film, you would think that she would be the one to say, hey, I need to renounce my wish because, I need to get my powers back. And then she would tell Steve. So I was a little disappointed that that's not how that scenario went. I think one of my favorite scenes in this movie is the opening scene. In this scene, we see a young Diana participating in the Amazonian trials. This scene is cool to see what the Amazons have to go through, but it also shows how fierce they are. This scene tells the viewer how important it is for the Amazonians not to cheat, because in their eyes, no true hero is born from lies. This scene foreshadows a lot of the movie. I love seeing little Diana go through the Amazonian trials, and you're just rooting for her to win. I love this scene as well because we see the return of Robin Wright's character, who, if you've seen the first movie, know that she died in that movie. I always saw her as like one of the fiercest Amazonians, especially when you see her training all these other Amazon warriors, and it just seems like she's just so badass. I thought Wonder Woman's golden armor was really cool to see. It's just so shiny and just so majestic. My only thing with this armor is that they really hyped it up as being like the toughest of the tough for the Amazonians, and Cheetah came in and pretty much just ripped it to shreds. Like, I know that Cheetah is really powerful because she, wished to have the strength of Diana, but what's the purpose of hyping up this armor if Cheetah was just going to come in and just like rip it to shreds? Also, I was a little confused with the ending of the film. Like, did Cheetah and Max Lord get away? Because they were both the villains of the film and they didn't end up like arrested or captured. I was also wondering if they were trying to set it up for future films. Is that the reason why they didn't get captured? Because, like I said, I would love to see Cheetah in more films, but I feel like that wasn't explained well enough. As if, they were still going to just be out and about. Okay, spoiler alert. One thing that really caught me off guard was Linda freaking Carter at the end as Asteria. I just assumed that she wouldn't be in this movie because she wasn't in the first one, and I just assumed that she didn't want to come back. But that really caught me off guard. When I was watching the end scene, I thought it could be Barbara or Diana in like modern times, and I definitely didn't think that it was going to be Asteria still alive. I really hope that they get Linda Carter to come back for a future Wonder Woman movie because I would love to see her and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman just team up and just kick ass. I enjoyed Wonder Woman 1984. I don't think it's the best superhero movie, and I don't think it lives up to its predecessor, but I enjoyed it. I loved all the little Easter eggs in the film, and I thought the cast was great. Thank you for watching my video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. If you have not subscribed, please do so you can keep up to date with more of my videos. But besides that, everyone stay safe, have fun, and goodbye.